Welcome to another session in our new Regenesis series, Teaching from the Growth Engine. If you're a solopreneur, consultant, startup founder, MSME leader, or enterprise executive, this is for you. Each week, we teach one high-impact practical Regenesis intervention straight from our weekly newsletter. The individual interventionist, how do you intervene to cause people to do the things that create the results required? We show you how to use this intervention in practice, share real stories of transformation, and invite you into deeper conversation through our private intervention roundtable. For more, we have 3 quick actions for you today. 1, subscribe to our free weekly newsletter at www.regenesisworks.com/TII. 2, join these free teachings weekly at www.regenesisworks.com/TFRGE. And 3, reserve your seat for the next roundtable. Only 10 seats available at www.regenesisworks.com/TIR. So on to today's teaching. Today's teaching is called Freedom, How to Build a System for Sustainable Results. Most managers and executives trade time for money, but lasting impact comes from trading contribution for value. This one insight, first shared in a J. Abraham workshop 30 years ago, changed everything for us. It led to the Regenesis system, and today I'll show you how to begin your version. By the end of this teaching, you'll have a working framework to begin building more freedom in your time, greater results in your role, more contribution-based value in your work and life. The intervention has 6 keys to shorten the road to freedom. 1, be your own change agent. 2, use a proven system to deliver better results faster. 3, measure your value. 4, stay open to learning and creativity. 5, grow yourself with and through others. 6, create a legacy. The time frame for results, you'll start seeing measurable improvements in 2 to 6 weeks if you act consistently. So these are the steps at the heart of the Regenesis growth engine that bring you a system of sustainable results for more freedom, time, greater results in your role, and more contribution-based value in your work and life. First, be your own change agent. Understand yourself, others, and systems that drive meaningful change. Being your own change agent requires self-mastery, social mastery, and situational mastery. Social mastery is about being able to stand back and observe yourself objectively. Notice what's going on inside and connecting, knowing your strengths and recognizing your blind spots. When you're able to observe yourself objectively, you become more aware of your own feelings and emotions. You also notice how they impact your interactions with others. With this greater self-awareness, you know your strengths and can recognize your blind spots. Self-mastery is also the ability to effectively direct yourself and choose your behavior, especially when you're stressed or challenged. It's being able to actively notice, pause, and change old patterns of self-sabotaging behaviors. Social mastery is the ability to build trust, develop the potential in others, and inspire belief. When we're able to sit with uncertainty or discomfort and learn from it, we encourage growth. When we seek meaningful feedback from trusted colleagues, they can reveal our blind spots we don't see ourselves. And facing rather than avoiding conflict impacts the success and the performance of your team. Situational mastery is about noticing your emotional triggers, noticing what situations spark frustration, defensiveness, or anxiety in you. This skill also involves paying attention and responding effectively to overcome unconscious patterns that sabotage your effects. So how do we identify and develop these skills? There are many tools out there that look at these different aspects. The Change Agency Self-Assessment is a tool we offer with Regenesis System. The second step to build a system for sustainable results: use a proven system to deliver results quickly. If you don't have one, borrow one and test it until it works. A proven system brings a structure and focus to an otherwise ambiguous, disorganized experience. It improves decision-making and better use of time. When organizations focus too much on individual problems or processes, they miss crucial opportunities for growth. Systems level change combines the alignment of your people, mobilization of resources, and co-creation of the organization. Systems level change combines the alignment of people. The Regenesis system is an example of what it looks like. It's a proven approach to marshal energy, marshal behavior, and marshal growth of an organization, no matter what its size. The Regenesis system adopts a structured, stepped approach and consists of 3 principles. Number 1, first, align your people. It guides you how to engage and align all members of the organization. Individuals are involved in co-creating the mission, vision, and values and strategy plans of the organization. This people-centered approach raises the energy of the organization as all the departments and teams pull together for a common purpose. It develops a culture of continuous learning where innovation and contribution is recognized and rewarded. Second, maximize your flow. It offers a deep understanding of systemic issues that need to be addressed by the organization and its teams. The systems-led approach equips employees with the strategies they need to take ownership and contribute meaningfully. By enhancing collaboration between teams to optimize core processes, the Regenesis system empowers action and focuses on behaviors that drive greater efficiency and innovation. And the third principle is catalyze expansion. This emphasizes continuous improvement and growth across the whole organization. It works to refine services, products, and experiences for the organization and its customers. Let me give you a couple of examples of these 3 steps in action. One client, part of a public service who was struggling to meet performance targets and budgets, implemented the first principle of the system. It involved all staff across the department to address issues of concern, a drift in duties and responsibilities of frontline staff that led to unrealistic expectations of performance and increased staff turnover. The staff were able to identify shared interests and goals and committed to a way of working together to achieve them. Another client, a non-for-profit, sought our guidance to create more joined-up communication and prevent delays in service provision across teams. System mapping was used to gain a shared understanding of the influences and dynamics necessary to better integrate functions, eliminate inefficiencies, and co-create more innovative practices. The Regenesis system cultivates the insight and organizational alignment needed to drive systemic transformation. The third step, measure your value. Before and after every major action, measure the real data. Unless you measure and evaluate the impact of your value, you or your reports are unlikely to understand and appreciate your contribution. Measuring your value involves assessing both the tangible and intangible outcomes of any change agent initiative. The Regenesis Growth Engine encourages you to use measurement tools on 6 different levels. You track your return on investment and reflect the difference you can make across the board. These 6 different levels: 1, your wider contribution. What is the improvement for your organisation, customers, clients, staff, and the rest of the world? The second, your business impact. What activities have been started, stopped, improved, increased, or reduced? The third level, your financial impact. What is the value of the improvement in your return on investment, income, or savings? The fourth level, your job impact. What are people doing differently and better together in their jobs? What changes have taken place in capability, ideas, and intentions of individuals and teams? The fifth level, your personal impact. What changes have taken place in capability, ideas, and intentions of individuals and teams? And the sixth, the last level, sustainability. How much do you and others focus on financial impact? How much do you and others enjoy working in a way, and will you continue to? While most organisations focus on financial impact, and of course this is important, the difference you can make in all these core areas is how you build a system for sustainable results. The fourth step is stay open to learning and creativity. Be willing to rethink, relearn, and rework. Instead of seeing major obstacles as setbacks, consider what you can learn from them. Get creative. See the opportunities to grow stronger and more resilient. Be open to learn, to respond more effectively to the stresses, demands, and challenges of your role. When you have more self-mastery, you are less affected by the situations that have been most challenging for you. They no longer act as barriers between you and the things you most value. And be flexible. Be flexible to clarify what matters most in your work and life, and pursue your mission, vision, and values vigorously rather than drifting through unconsciously. Be open to stepping out of your comfort zone. Consider different views and ways of doing things to grow beyond your own boundaries. The ability to adapt and adopt, be flexible, is essential for personal and professional growth. We're all prone to inflexible behaviour at times. We develop strategies to maintain control. We try to protect ourselves from the unexpected storms we fear will knock us off track. But when we throw out our models of behaviour and develop new ways of doing business, we grow more authentic, valuable coping skills for complex problem solving and change agency. This intervention from the growth engine fuels continuous learning and innovation and creates a competitive advantage for the organisation. The fifth principle is grow yourself with and through others. Scale your impact by teaching and elevating others. There's a powerful saying, the best way to learn something is to teach it to others. As we learn to conceptualize change as a process, we can identify an individual's current stage of change, meet them where they are, and help them to attend their current needs. Sustained behavioural change is a journey, and the more we know about the process, the more we can support one another along the way. As change agents and growth creators, we must be active, agile learners. We need to be in a mode of constant learning, valuing and seeking out new perspectives, and accepting responsibility for developing those. Teaching and elevating others involves learning from mistakes, asking insightful questions, and being open to feedback. It also includes learning new skills quickly, being open to learning from hardships and taking advantage of opportunities to learn from setbacks and responding well to new situations. The Regenesis growth engine helps develop the skills to communicate your vision and goals, align the efforts of others, and build commitment from people at all levels. It's about inspiring learning in others and creating a learning culture throughout the organisation. For those who are willing, this is what brings greater results in their role, creates personal fulfilment and a sense of purpose and freedom. When change agents can effectively build their legacy, they become true growth creators, able to align their people, be their own change agent, grow themselves and others, and stay open to learning and creativity, maximize flow, use a proven system to deliver better results and measure their value on things that matter most to them, and catalyze expansion and create a legacy. Create a legacy. The sixth principle: build something others can use and let them stand on your shoulders. This is the final step of the intervention. Growth creators recognize that they're most effective when they're able to rise above the routine responsibilities, grow their organizations for the long term, and make a wider impact. We are all aware of relentless distractions and challenges facing organizations today that can quickly pull us off purpose. Our attention can become drawn to crisis management, and we can lose sight of our longer-term mission. When we build a system for sustainable results with Regenesis Growth Engine, we clearly communicate and align their personal, professional mission. We are able to seamlessly integrate our core values with the organization's vision. Our change agents act with intentionality. They achieve self-mastery, social mastery, and situational mastery. They strengthen the culture of the workplace, create financial gains for the organization, enhance its resilience, encourage innovation, and ensure the work of the organization has a beneficial impact on the industry and society. Most of all, true growth creators understand that each decision they make will shape the legacy they are building. They understand that it's not about personal glory, but about creating enduring value and positive change across any organization, driving forward sustainable action. That is how they build a system for sustainable results. Let me tell you about two different stories where this intervention transformed outcomes. The first is about a corporate, the first is about a burnt-out corporate manager who became a systems leader. The client was a mid-level operations manager in a multinational logistics company, working 60 to 70 hours a week. She felt trapped by the expectations of her seniors and overwhelmed by firefighting. We introduced her to the Freedom Intervention. She focused first on just one principle: measuring value before and after every action. And within 5 weeks, her data showed she was creating 3 times the value during her thinking time than during status meetings. This led her to delegate more, build a reputable system, and get promoted to lead an automation transformation. Today, she works 20 hours less a week, but is producing more for the organization and herself. The second client was a rural startup founder who built a resilient enterprise. This client ran a solar microgrid startup in Bihar, India. At first, every action was manual. Every process depended on him. He started implementing our steps after attending an online session just like this. His main focus was on growing yourself through others. He began teaching his small team what he knew and built small contribution-based systems, from project sign-off to village onboarding. In 8 months, he scaled from 2 villages to 9 without burnout. Today, he's training 5 new managers with their own freedom-based frameworks. So we can see freedom isn't luck. It can't be left to chance. It's about building a system for sustainable results. It's about choice, intention, definite action to step up and create a better world. It's development through systems, self-knowledge, and deep commitment to increasing your contribution-based value. If you want to help taking the essential steps to shorten your road to freedom into your own situation, whether you're solo, scaling, or growing within a big enterprise, here's what to do next. Join the Intervention Roundtable on the first Wednesday of each month, 2 p.m. BST, 9 a.m. EST, 6:30 p.m. IST. There's just 10 seats at $60, £50, or 5,000 rupees. Just go to www.regenesisworks.com/TIR or contact me, Angela Airy, directly on LinkedIn for access. Our next teaching is on the 21st of May, next Wednesday, the intervention number 4. We're talking value, how to measure, report, and increase the worth of your work, when we'll hear from Thomas Welsh. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. We believe freedom is not a dream, it's a design. And with Regenesis, you're not alone in building it. See you next time, next Wednesday. And remember, even one intervention can change everything. So sign up, step up, and take action.